My grandma had a secret second life. My grandmother's entire life was a lie, and we only found out after she passed away. She was the perfect grandmother, always baking cookies, knitting scarves, and telling us bedtime stories about her childhood. We never suspected she was hiding anything, but after her funeral, when my family started going through her things, we found a small, taped up box hidden in the back of her closet. Inside, there were dozens of letters. Some were from my grandfather, filled with sweet words from when they were young. But then we noticed another name on some of the letters: Frank. None of us knew who Frank was. Curious, we started reading. What we discovered left us speechless. Before she met my grandfather, my grandmother had been deeply in love with Frank. They had planned to run away together, leave everything behind, and start a new life. But at the last moment, he never showed up. She was heartbroken. A few years later, she met my grandfather, a kind and stable man who treated her well. They got married, built a life together, and raised a family. As far as we knew, that was the end of the story. But it was not. Mixed in with the old letters were messages from Frank that had been sent after she was already married. Apologies, confessions of love, desperate pleas to meet in secret, letters that spanned decades, all filled with regrets and longing. And the most shocking part? She wrote back. She told him she had chosen stability, that she loved my grandfather but had never completely stopped thinking about Frank. The letters continued until about 10 years ago, meaning she had been writing to him well into her 70s. We do not know if my grandfather ever knew. Maybe he found the letters and chose to ignore them. Maybe he never had a clue. But the idea that my grandmother spent her entire life loving two men, one in reality and one in secret, changes everything we thought we knew about her. Now I cannot stop wondering. If Frank had shown up that night, would my entire family have never existed?